our reading explains the relationship between reading, writing, and responding to poetry. Reading poetry well means being able to respond to it, whether on a feeling level or on an emotional level. Writing helps both the reading and responding processes. The response process relates to what the reader already knows and feels. It involves recalling or remembering personal experiences and reflecting on your own past. Response then comes naturally, which will improve your reading skills. These personal experiences allow you to connect with a certain text, whether it be events, images, words, or sounds. Poems are so compact but filled with such rich expressions of emotion. They show us the very process of how to put feelings into a language that we can share with others, creating a shareable language. The text gives the example of how difficult it may be for someone to put into words how it feels to be in love or to lose someone close to them. Poetry is a way to express the inexpressible in a way that feels just right to the writer. Those who do not know how to put those kinds of feelings into words may run across a poem that also sounds just right to them, bringing us back to the beauty of this shareable language. Then a response is easily made, comparing or relating the reader's own feelings to the lyrics of the poem. Part 2 of our reading focuses on the relationship between words and music. Both have roots in very similar places, as we are able to see in Vivaldi's work. Antonio Vivaldi composed the Four Seasons in 1723, which became one of the most popular pieces of Baroque music. The Four Seasons is a set of 4 violin concertos, each resembling a certain season: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The 4 concertos were written to go along with 4 sonnets, each broken down into 3 sections: a slower movement between 2 faster movements, which correspond to the 3 sections of each piece. These 4 compositions are a perfect example of mimetic strategies, which are found in lyrics. A lyric is a short, harmonious, pleasant, and often romantic poem. Mimesis is an ancient Greek word meaning imitation, representation, or mimicry. Both poetry and music use representational or imitative strategies to create the illusion of sounds. In Vivaldi's case, he uses different types of nature in which seasons they occur. This is how he makes his music come to life. The most fundamental link between poetry and music involves their almost equal dependence on the principles of rhythm, which involves a basis in mathematics. A regular beat or syncopated sound pattern predicts their phrasing and formal movement. But composers don't really have to rely on mathematical knowledge to achieve rhythm. It all depends on their ability to hear pacing, pauses, alternations, and relationships. Just as good musicians learn to listen and count so easily that it seems natural, poets often develop an ear for rhythm, which makes their sound choices effortless. Readers, too, can develop such an ear. Hearing the rhythms of poems can be crucial to the total effects they create. Vivaldi uses representational or imitative strategies to create the illusion of the sounds of seasons. We are able to compare his music to his poetry this way. This brings us back to the concept of mimesis. Winter is darker compared to his other concertos. In the first movement, Vivaldi focuses on the harsh conditions of winter, the less pleasant side of the season. We find in his sonnet phrases similar to these: trembling in the dark frost, frozen skin, and chattering teeth. The movement starts out quiet, which corresponds with the first word of the sonnet, frozen. The tempo is allegro, which means fast and lively, and the music gradually grows louder, and then the running and beating of feet come in. The sudden, brisk, lively, high-string melodies represent teeth chattering in the frightful cold. My challenge to you, dear classmates, is to pick one of Vivaldi's four seasons. Then pick a piece of a movement to apply the mimetic strategies to in your chosen season, similar to how I did in my winter analysis. Use his sonnets to compare his instrumental sounds with his words. Nothing too complicated, just which words and sounds are shared, in your opinion. Your goal is to show the relationship between words and music. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to your responses.